What does your favorite Arcane ship say about you, according to a psychology graduate student? The Arcane fandom is a different animal, man. Like, I have never seen a more openly masochistic fandom, and I'm over on the has-been side. There's some angsty stuff there, but Arcane fans, you are feral chaos goblins that come to my door and you say, I'm not heard enough. Please step on me, psych mommy. And I say, okay, I guess so. I was thinking about doing this series a while back, but I was finishing up with Epic. Still a couple more videos there, but it's winding down. And I thought, okay, let's look at Arcane. And then the sky opened up and God said, here you go, Siren. Here's a music video. You know what music video it is. I don't even have to say it. So we're gonna top this off with TimeBomb. So speaking of angst, how's that unrequited love that you're dealing with? The person who doesn't know that you exist, and even worse, the one who does but doesn't see you as a romantic partner. That crush that you have been harboring for years. Because you know that if you were just able to love that person the way that you want to, you would make their life so much better. They just have to give you a chance. You are watching this person go time and time again, no pun intended, with the wrong kind of people, treating them poorly, and most likely you're the person that they come crying to say, I just don't know why people treat me like this. And you're like, I wouldn't. Please give me a chance. And yet you never seem to get past that point where they'll just give you the opportunity. And why do you think that is? Is it because you're a bad person and you don't deserve someone like them? I don't think so. I think that either it is a lack of confidence or it is just not the right fit for you. You may think it is. That doesn't mean that it is. There are instances when we come into people's lives and we are what they need us to be and they are what we need them to be. Even if it's not what we think we want, it's what we need. And that's seen with Jinx and with Ekko. Yes, it is now confirmed that they are a canon ship. We all knew it, but it's really nice to have that confirmation because like with most things, you don't ever feel secure, which is why you have a tendency to overthink, over-explain, and need constant reassurance from the people around you because someone can sigh wrong and you think that they hate you. There is no in between. It's not like, maybe they're having a bad day. It's, nope, obviously I did something wrong. Obviously I'm the worst person. Why do you think that is? Why are you necessarily the worst? As with everything in Arcane, there's no just simple reason why people love this ship. There's many different reasons, and you're probably gonna fit into one of these. If this is your favorite ship, you either identify as a Jinx person or an Ekko person. An Ekko person is kind of what we mentioned previously, where you care deeply about the people around you. You just wanna support them. You see the beauty in them, and you're kind of that cheerleader friend. You are the friend that people call when they are at their lowest. And you know that you can come in and you can be there for them and love them and support them. And you can see all the amazing things in them, and yet you can't seem to see it in yourself. Why do you think that is? Why are you the biggest cheerleader for every single friend in your life, and yet when it comes up to you, you have nothing nice to say? And if I ask you, tell me some good things, you might be able to say, you know, I'm really good with people, or I'm creative, or I'm this. And yet I'm gonna put some real money that if I ask you to come up with 5 things right away, either you can't do it, or most of those reasons are things that benefit other people. I'm kind to other people. I'm a good listener. I'm insert thing here that serves other people and not you. And let's go ahead and just settle into that for a second. And don't you worry, we're gonna get to the Jinx people because you're actually not used to having so much attention on you. And the fact that I'm perceiving you right now with my pretty blue eyes just piercing into your soul is making you a little uncomfortable because you're most likely on the neurodiverse spectrum. And maintaining eye contact is either non-existent for you or too much. You are always too much or not enough. And that is what will tie us into the Jinx people in this relationship. Because speaking of not being enough or too much, usually in that case, Jinx people who identify with this side of the dynamic can never see themselves being with someone as good as Ekko because they feel inherently bad. They are inherently wrong. And if you look at my Jinx analysis, I have a quote that I said that really will apply, so I'm gonna say it again. You have always felt like you are a jagged puzzle piece that just doesn't quite fit with everybody else. Because if you're included, the picture is going to be ruined. Why do you think that is? Why are you inherently bad? Why are your ideas wrong? Why are you in a position where people blame you for everything when all you want is just to be loved and accepted, but more than that, you just want to know a moment of peace? If we think about the music video that came out, the most gutting moment for Jinx people is when she's standing there and he hugs her from behind and she closes her eyes and she just sighs. You can't even hear the sigh, but you know it's there. How much would it mean to you to have somebody accept you exactly as you are, jagged pieces and everything about you, to not try to change you, to not try to fix you, to not see you as the manic pixie dream girl? And there's many different flavors of that. There's like the Toru Honda, the Jess from New Girl, the Perks of Being a Wallflower is a little bit closer, and then the Jinx style manic pixie dream girls. You are the quirky girl, the creative, the artistic, the person who's here for such a short amount of time. You are an explosion of color and then you are gone. Because if somebody actually gets close to you, if somebody moves through your barriers and moves into this comfort zone that you have, you will run. You will run so fast. And not because they have done anything wrong, because you think that if you are to love somebody, you will destroy them. You will break their goodness. And this is commonly seen in this black cat, Labrador retriever dynamic that people have. You cannot accept someone just being kind and good and wanting to be with you and loving you for exactly who you are because you don't like who you are. If TimeBomb is your favorite ship, there's a very good possibility you just want to see Jinx be loved by somebody because you feel like she deserves it after everything she's been through. And you want Ekko, good boy Ekko, best boy Ekko, to have that dynamic, to have somebody that matches his desire, and you can acknowledge that he can see the best in her. He's a rebel leader too. He has so much responsibility on him, and he knows that if Jinx had a different path, if people had loved her while she was Powder, she would have remained Powder. She would not have become Jinx. He can see that because he had the blessing of seeing a different way. And that blessing is a curse too, because he knows how happy she is capable of being and how her brilliant mind cannot be used for destruction, but used for good, used for innovation. And I will say that to the Jinx people, as I said in my other analysis, you do not destroy, you create new spaces for new ideas. You do not destroy, you create. And when these two people come together, if they are both in a healthy place to be together, they can elevate. Because Jinx is a kite and Ekko is her kite string. She can float and have all these crazy, wonderful, amazing ideas, and he can keep her grounded. And in exchange, she elevates him. She encourages him. She moves and challenges him to think in a new way, to view the world in a new way. And that can be so exciting, and it can also burn up very quickly. For this ship to last and to maintain in the real world, it takes communication, kindness, understanding, and caring about the other person while also not losing you. Thank you for staying with me, and don't worry, we're going to get into some of the other ships in the next part. Stay classy, my darlings.